Today in this video, we're going to talk about, should I change my federal withholding on my income taxes, especially when it comes to buying a house? Check it out. Hi, I'm Rhonda Burgess, and I'm a real estate broker and mortgage underwriter here in the Nashville, Tennessee area, and my firm is Southern Living Realty Partners. All right, let's get into this. This really was brought to my attention last night. I do my own family's taxes, my husband's, the kids' taxes. I also do one of my best friend's taxes, her and her husband, her kids. So it wasn't until last night when we trying to, get these federal taxes done, because you got till Tuesday, April the 18th to get them done. So we're doing the taxes, and my friend's husband realized that once he looked at his W-2 for the whole year of 22, his job, they had only taken out like $70 worth of taxes, of federal withholding taxes. Now, he said, well, I filled my W-4 form out claiming zero. So they should have been taking a lot of tax, more than normal, when he was claiming zero exemptions. And so the issue is they're going to have to pay. Like, her job took out the right amount of taxes on, from her, but from him for the whole year of 22, they only took out like $70 worth of taxes. And I know he makes probably $65,000 a year. Normally that's what he does. He did change jobs last year. But it was at like near the beginning of the year. So it was almost a full year of paying taxes, from this new job. So he was like, when he realized it, after, the W-2 came and he didn't open it, like so many of us, W-2, you just leave it over there until it's time for you to file your taxes. So she had done like a rough estimate on the taxes, and they owe goo gobs of money because they only took out $70 worth of taxes out of his wages. Okay. So when they realize this, he goes to HR, and there's like 5-6 other people there who have had the same problem. Like wasn't hardly no federal withholding taxes taken out of their checks. So he didn't get a resolution to this on Friday. He said that the HR person was really out of the office. So he's supposed to follow up with that on Monday. In looking at this, then one of their kids, their daughter, she's grown, she's 25, and she realized that as of year to date, from January 1 through now, her job is only taking out like $80 worth of federal income taxes. And she's a nurse. So I say all that to say this: double check your withholdings, your federal withholdings on your W-4 form. I know there's been a lot of changes, between when we were getting money in COVID and now, as far as what we're doing with the income tax and everything. So it's really, some things have changed. So my best advice to you is to check how much federal tax is being withheld from your paycheck weekly. Check your paycheck stubs now, because you don't want to end up in the same situation as my friend's husband, where they owe money. They filed jointly. They're married filing jointly. Even if he would have filed married filing separately, he was still going to be in a world of hurt because of the low dollar amount of taxes that were taken out of his check, as opposed to what should have come out. Now, the IRS does have a nice little calculator, and I will put the link in the description below, where you can put in like how much you make if you're paid weekly, bi-weekly, how many exemptions you're claiming, to show you how much should be withheld from your check every week. And it also shows you like the end dollar amount. Like, you should have had $5,000, let's say, worth of taxes taken out over the year if this is how much you make and this is how you get paid. So you definitely want to check and make sure that the correct amount of federal taxes are being withheld from your check, because they can greatly impact you whether you're trying to buy or refinance a house. Okay, so I get this question a lot. Can I buy a house if I owe income tax? On the federal level, yes. Yes. With USDA and FHA, if you owe taxes, you can set up a payment arrangement. Let's say you can't pay the whole amount, when you file your taxes. Let's say it's $5,000 or whatever. So what you have to do is you would have to set up a payment arrangement with the IRS. You'd have to get that arrangement in writing. And you would have to have made the first 3 payments. So let's say you set it up here let's say it's May, and you set it up to start making payments in June. Okay. And let's say your payment is $500 a month. First of all, that's going to impact your DTI, your debt to income. This is another reason why y'all need to check that doggone withholding. Because even though you can make a payment arrangement, it's still going to have to be calculated into your DTI, your debt to income. So for a lot of people, that additional debt that you owe monthly, that you're going to pay to the IRS, is going to completely destroy your debt to income ratio. And you may not be able to buy the house or the property that you want, or you may not be able to buy it at all because it messes up your debt to income so much. But as I was saying, let's say you enter into a payment agreement to pay $500 a month. And the payment's supposed to start in June. Don't think that you're going to buy a house in June. Don't think that you're going to buy a house and close on it in July. You're not. Not if you're using USDA or FHA. And I'm sure probably VA is the same, but don't quote me on that. I've used my VA several times, but I didn't owe the government any money. So I don't know exactly how they do that. And I've only underwritten maybe a handful of VAs over the years. Okay. But on your USDA, on your FHA, you have to have a payment arrangement in place in writing from the IRS, and you have to have made your first 3 payments. No, you cannot pay those 3 payments all up front to try to get over that 3-month payment rule. No, you cannot do that. So if those payments supposed to start in June, we're going to want to see June, July, and August have been paid. We're going to want to see proof that they have been paid, along with your payment arrangement from the IRS. So you could close on a house in September, but you cannot pay those 3 payments in a lump up front. You can't speed them up. You can't say, okay, well, I'm going to pay 2 payments in June, and then the other one I'll pay in July, and I should be good to go. No, it doesn't work that way. We want to see the 3 payments that you agreed to pay. You agreed to pay monthly. We want to see them paid monthly. So again, double check your federal withholding on your paycheck stubs. Make sure they're taken out enough. Ultimately, you want to just zero out. You don't want to owe the government anything, and you don't want the government to have held your money all year and not paid you no interest on it. Okay? I know some people love getting a big return. I don't like you hold my money all year. Let me even out. Let me pay 0. 0 is good. That means we were balanced. I paid in what I was supposed to pay in. I didn't pay any extra where the government got a free loan and made interest off my money. And on that same tip, I don't owe the government anything. And I don't have to set up a payment arrangement or come with a lump sum when it's time to file taxes. So this is why it's so important for you all to check the amount that is being withheld. The federal withholding is being withheld on your taxes. You also may want to check your state. Here in Tennessee, we do not have a state income tax. So I really can't speak to that. You know what I'm saying? But for those of you, everybody has federal. Everybody has federal. So make sure that you're checking your withholding on your check. And again, I'm going to put the link down below to the IRS where you can make sure that enough money is being withheld from your check every month so you don't have any surprises when it comes to next year when you're getting ready to file your taxes. Again, my name is Rhonda Burgess, and I am a real estate broker and mortgage underwriter here in the Nashville, Tennessee area. If you need any help with buying or selling a home here in the Nashville area, we'd be glad to help you. The links and everything will be down in the description box below. Thank you, and as always, have a blessed day.